this is my kind of place. There is a wraparound line for this fucking cemetery right now. Everyone has the same idea as me that in early spring we need to come see the dead in the blossoming. I just think this is wild. Like, how am I in line for this? Like in a fucking museum park. Like, it's so gorgeous. Welcome to Deadland, baby. I was thinking it'd be nice to give myself an easy edit because I keep telling myself that's what I'm doing, but it's not. I just wanted to come hang out with you while I am just in the best mood, and it's obviously the loveliest day. You're gonna notice me saying the best a lot because, like, I genuinely couldn't be more thrilled. Life is the shit. Oh, it's been raining torrents. I've got my pump going in the basement right now, and it's still raining out there. I just wanted to There's say this procession of cars in front of me. I don't, or maybe they're here for like an actual like funeral thing. Maybe I shouldn't just follow them, like they know where the cool headstones are and stuff. But they can't be here for a thing, whatever. Maybe they know each other. Like, as an artist, there is this idea that I've heard that once you have an idea, creative inspiration, that muse comes to tap you on the shoulder, all of that, that once you have that, it goes out to the collective consciousness, which is wild. I mean, it's like stealing a baby from its cradle. It's a crazy thought to think, like, oh, like if you wrote something, you know, maybe 5 years ago, at this point, maybe it's just spread all over the place. Now and forever, heavy winds will always make me think of Nebraska. Did you know that the movie Twister is based on an event in Nebraska called Night of the Twisters in Grand Island, which is somewhere that I've been a lot, and I know somebody that lived there, and their home was actually the only home that survived this event of like all these tornadoes happening in one night. This is part of the Deathland ride when I just like have the angling like this. It's like one of those dreams that a bunch of people in one area have that are all the same. Whatever it is. If I'm stopping and starting a lot to check out different grave sites, sometimes I do leave my car running, like if I know that it's going to be a super fast stop, just because I have had this one time where my car died in a cemetery after hours, and so I had to get this really lovely chick to help me out with my car. I think it's really great when people were raised to know about vehicles, because I got help that evening, and you always know how great it is to get help in a pinch when you're driving around. I feel like these hills, like there's like rolling hills all over. I know because I had to circle the cemetery. It's so massive, and there's a huge section on either side of the road, like, which is, you know, oftentimes the case for cemeteries. It looks like an Easter egg hunt with all these little, I don't know if I can give you a proper perspective. It's like I just saw so many of these hills with the little headstones all the way up, and yeah, it looks like an Easter egg hunt to me, where you can see all of the eggs and baskets like out there, and you're just like ready to go run and collect them and stuff. This wind is gonna be fucked. Oh, you can't see the hill in its proper distinction, but look at all them Easter eggs. Back to being a creeper. I'm like, are you guys here for something tragic, or are you guys over here for the park aspect? What are we doing? Oh, definitely park aspect. Oh, check it out. They're like cleaning the headstones, and oh, that's awesome. Oh my God, I like want to do this. Holy crap. They're just like out here cleaning old headstones. Oh, I need to like ask what's going on here. Okay, can I ask what you guys are doing? That's the coolest thing in the world. How do you become part of that?
Well, I think they have a volunteer day today. Yeah. But some of us are just students at IUI.
That's awesome.
I know they're volunteering.
Oh, cool. What they clean it with?
There was a chemical sprayed on it. I don't remember the name of it. Okay. And then you spray water on it to kind of activate the suds.
This is like, God bless you guys. This is the coolest. Like, you just found out about this like through school and stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, museum studies set it up.
Museum studies.
Yeah.
That is so fabulous.
What a fantastic name, Scattering Garden.
It's nice to just put your ideas out there and refine as you go. I mean, how many artists have these poems that become short stories, that become a novel, that become a movie? There's just this refinement that's happening there, and different versions coming through, which is actually another concept that I'm going to bleed into. I really care about my poetry so much, and I am going to let it flourish and take on new branches and versions of itself. I do edit as I go sometimes, like after I've put it up here. That's so much of the fun for me in sharing, is that I can show you what my idea was, like what the actual raw version of that thing was, what notion I had that I started to sculpt around, and just give you that idea. And I hope that you always can just take away the gist, whether or not the rhyme scheme gets a little clunky, or if it's just really playful, or whatever the fuck I'm doing with it.
And the Scattering Gardens remains. I hope you're feeling all in one piece. I haven't felt so whole in, oh my God, years. I feel so fucking good. Like, this is, oh, look at this booze. Let go and let God. Exactly.
Like, this is writing poetry and going to cemeteries and, you know, enjoying the rainy day that is today, even if my basement's going a little bit crazy over it.
I've seen an individual cleaning a loved one's headstone before. Oh, all of these darling last names over here. But I haven't seen like a whole group out just cleaning before. The chemicals did smell really strong. I'm not sure if that's the best for the stone or not, but probably not, right? but let's see over here. But I would love to do that. How do you like this bench? There's a couple of these around. Yeah, anything. I always feel like a little bit of a groundskeeper when I come into a cemetery, saving my skirt, the roughage. But yeah, I always feel like a little bit of a groundskeeper. Like I come by and I just give the little tombstones and everything my love, and you know, maybe adjust a little trinket or something. But I'm so used to seeing such older stone that I'm just used to all of the moss and everything, and I just, again, don't really think about the idea of somebody coming out and cleaning these as much. Alright, we're gonna drive up this big hill over here, which you have, again, no two-dimensional concept of really, but I'm so stoked on everything. I'm in like the best care of my life, just about in the top 2 or 3 for sure. I'm gonna put him as number 1 because it's right now and I need him right now, and it's so pleasant. But yeah, I feel better than I have in ages. I'm freaking out about what to do with this season. Oh, I have to show you this view. Oh, we're gonna get out. I have such a collector's mentality about things when it comes to taking care of stuff. Like I keep everything pristine. I love cleaning stuff and just having very detail-oriented perspective on maintenances and things like that. When it comes to my body or my car, I've known for some time that I ride them both really hard, really fucking hard. And I really want to learn to not brake so hard with the in-town driving, which becomes natural if you've done a lot of interstate driving. And I really need to just take better care of my body when I'm feeling this fucking good, because holy shit, I always want to feel this good. What is that, the fucking Parthenon behind me? Like, there's so much cool shit. I love this place. Oh my God. Look at the city back here. This is my favorite life. Like, what the fuck? I know my top's open. It just keeps coming open, so I'm just kind of like super fuck it at this point. I don't know. The e-brake is very on. Wild. Oh my God, there's a fucking drawbridge and castle down there. Holy shit.
Like I played with a hamster today. I've written like a bunch of lines of poetry, as I do all the time. By the time I've been up for hours, I've done yard work. I've eaten fruit and oats and all the healthiest stuff. I'm like getting a really good glow for the season already, and I just feel so much more on top of things. I'm not back to the apothecary complete gemstone spa that I used to have going on. I've been much more of a cave lady, barbarian, hardcore kind of thing going on over here. Like we're getting back into it's like I'm going through the stages of man over here. It's like we got fire the day that I got warm water in this house or something, when I got the gas lines repaired. I'm evolving from cave woman up to, at this point, I would say I've relatively entered like 50s, early 60s or something like that of mankind. And which is why I've started listening to the Beach Boys, I guess. And so I am going to get back to all of that. Oh wait, no, okay. So here's the idea. So again, recovering from B12 deficiency over here, ladies and gentlemen, which is why you'll notice my words are very spaced out in this video. That is often an indication to me that I am deficient. So anyway, so there's this idea, of course, that the universe is this oneness, this source spirit collective that we come from, are a part of, all of that. I cannot wait to see what this fucking recording sounds like with all this noise. I've got all the windows open and everything, but we're giving it to you raw and wriggling here, as Colin would say. And so anyway, so the universe is all this oneness. We'll go to the Coliseum sometime soon, and everybody breaks off and we go learn all of our little lessons. And I was just thinking the other day in a bratty pout that, like, why are we learning all of these lessons? We already have it like textbook down, like what the planets are doing. Check out the abundance on this gravesite. The Fortune family. And we have energy readers that can tell us how all this is going to impact us. And there's even a good deal of foresight we can have in things. And just, I'm just like, what's the game? Like, and so I talked to one of my clients. Sounds very fancy to call them that, but once I've worked with them for years and have a tailored service to them and stuff, they're certainly a client. And it's weird, like dubbing anything when you're like your own boss. I'm like, is this my vacation? Is this my raise? Is this my, yep, it's my choice. So they're my clients. And I was asking this person, because we talk about spirituality and the health of the nation, the world, like we talk about all this stuff, mushrooms and farmlands and everything, and God, And so we were talking about it, and he's like, oh, well, it's refinement. He was like, it's like gold. And he, just started talking about the process of refining gold and stuff like that. And then I talked to somebody else, and they were like, well, it's just different versions and stuff. And I'm like, those are both. I mean, I think that's the whole answer there, I guess. So like, if we're supposed to just be living life, learning lessons, bringing it back to the collective, it just, I love taking work calls in cemeteries. It's this very Plutonian, Hades underworld, like that god of like wealth, all the treasures that lie in the earth, right? And I love making money in a cemetery. I love combining sex and death and wealth, and that's what I get to do, and creativity and just everything when I'm in here.
It really is this busy. There are people not all over the place. It's such a huge cemetery, but there's a lot of people here, which is great. Here's Crown Hill Racing Legends, Indiana Racing Memorial Association, nationally known for its tranquil charm and peaceful elegance. It's ironic that many from the roaring, raucous, boisterous world of motorsports have chosen the serenity of Crown Hill as their final resting place. Some of racing's most iconic individuals, Indianapolis Motor Speedway creator Carl Fisher, as well as the Speedway's other three founding fathers, James, Arthur, and Frank, are interred at Crown Hill. Crown Hill is the final finish line for the legendary Marmon, Stutz, and Duesenberg racing families, as well as Indianapolis 500 winners, drivers, mechanics, race officials, and many colorful figures, including Cannonball Baker, racing pilot Ross Roscoe Turner, African American mechanic driver Charles Wiggins, and female driver stunt woman Alfreda Mays LaPlante. I didn't pronounce any name correctly that I just said. But here's a fucking castle. Whoa. Fuck me, this is so cool. Ooh, we tried. I can't open it. I'll have to see when I watch this back if I caught anything on the inside. Damn, this is a great mausoleum.
And by the way, yeah, like if Elon Musk wants to call us by just using all of our electronics to the extent that we are like halfway there on the way to being cyborgs or what have you, I could definitely say that we're part of the way to the collective consciousness at this point. We're really starting to strip things down, I think, as a society of like the was of people doing things and the giant trucks driving by and I'm done rambling right now. Anyway, so whatever your opinions are on why we're all learning lessons of patience and just not being so hot-headed and being more empathetic and how to balance sentimentality and ego, and it's just like, oh, like we're all learning the same fucking lessons, but it's just like again, different angles, which is why I always hear about the soulmate cycle and everything, like all the 12 different zodiacs and stuff, how it's just different angles. Like if you were to look at anything like a tree, whatever, from 12 different angles, it's like that's the 12 different zodiac signs, just different perspectives on these things and different little side quests from the main mission for us gamers. Oh, and I've been thinking lately, just again, I love just stream of consciousnessing you over these images. And so I was thinking lately, is I get really torn because like, most of the time, because of my experience, I'm like, I want to go to the next level for if this was a video game. I don't want any boss to take me down and make it so that way I just am every day that I sit down to play that game or that I am just looking at the same level again and again and stuff. I mean, that's some kind of hell, right? But I mean, wouldn't you go to hell for the person that you love the most? Again, like I feel like my lessons recently were no, do not. But sometimes,
Maybe I'm reading this right, but it says, "For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar." Brilliant. Serene I fold my hands and wait, nor care for wind, nor tide, nor sea. I rave no more 'gainst time or fate, for lo, my own shall come to me.
sometimes the wind touches you just so, and the leaves and the memories and the the Watchman quote of the older you get, the past shines brighter kind of thing. It's not the full quote. There are just some times where I think I would play the same fucking level of that video game for an eternity.
This has been a wonderful journey. I loved seeing the living out playing in the park and all of the beautiful passed on. Bye bye, Deathland. We'll be back again soon. It was fantastic.
If it meant hanging out with that character on that level, even if they're a boss that I'm supposed to defeat, I think that would be fun. And I mean, fuck it. As life might be all these variations of lessons that we're all learning and different games that we're playing, different signs we're supposed to pick up on what our path is supposed to be, and just figuring out all of this stuff and trying to get to the best place that we can. Highest good for everything, everyone. If this is the game that we're all playing and we're all just on different ones, I mean, it is like a video game where, I mean, there's just so many different fun versions. And I mean, it's like, how many times do we really need to learn how to jump just with such precision? Like, how many times do we really need to learn to swing from that thing or run along that wall or go fight the living shit out of that character for the next hour or whatever? We have so much fun doing this and all these different stories and stuff. It's like, I don't know. I guess, fuck it, like the universe is a gamer, huh? Go figure. And a storyteller, I suppose. I hope you'll join me for more stories and hopefully leveling up, and that, I don't know, you'll maybe comment, like, and subscribe for more healthy and alternative content. I hope you're doing your best and getting all the best.